afternoon, Rotarians and guests. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Welcome to the Rotary Club of Toledo's virtual meeting featuring the University of Toledo Quintet for our holiday program. But first, I'd like to ask Mike George to deliver a reflection and past President Walt McGee to lead us as we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Dear God, as we gather today to share the spirit of the season, let us keep in mind the loneliness that many people are facing. Let us remember that baby that was born alone oh so long ago, heralding your love of mankind for eternity. As the shepherds and wise men flock to see that child, let us take the gifts you have given us to uplift the lonely with a phone call or a card. Though we may be physically distant from one another, let the bonds of love show to our friends that distance does not stop the celebration, and being together can happen even when we are apart. Just as your love knows no bounds, our efforts as Rotarians to connect with those alone should have no bounds either. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Walt. As we begin our meeting, I'd like to thank and acknowledge Raymond as our December weekly meeting sponsor. Thank you, Rotarian Brian Kennedy. I have a couple of quick comments to make. If you couldn't make it last Saturday, hopefully you'll have some time to go over the next couple weeks and certainly enjoy the lights because they are beautiful. I'd also like to thank all club and foundation directors, committee chairs, and vice chairs for all your hard work in the first half of this challenging Rotary year. And now I'll invite our foundation chair, Mary Mancini, to give us an update on foundation.
I wanted to let everyone know that we've had an excellent response coming back since our meeting last week. We've had a number of donations. I think we can actually show on the screen some of the names of those who have donated already. But that doesn't mean that we have enough. We would like to have many, many more. In order to accomplish that, we've had an anonymous, I can never say that word, donor come forward who is not going to talk to us, but who has given information to past president and past district governor Chuck Stocking, and he will share that information with us. But for now, I just want to say the need, as Tom Backoff said last week, the need is great. The ask is great. Please help.
On behalf of the Toledo Rotary Foundation, we have some really good news to share and a great way to close out this, as you say, challenging year. Last week's inspiring program from Tom Backoff reminded us of our opportunity to really substantially increase the member participation in the annual fund drive, as well as reach a goal of $80,000. And so in the last week here, the foundation got a challenge to help us sort of nurture that achievement of that goal. And the challenge has to do with achieving at least 50% of the members by the end of this year to participate. Now that means we got to get to someplace around 170 members. We got about 70 or 80 that we need to add to the list in order to achieve this challenge. And the challenge is, if we make that number, that level of participation, this donor will give us $10,000 for the foundation. That's a great opportunity for us. So ultimately we want to get to the $80,000, but if every one of the members if we achieve the participation level of 50% by the end of the year, we will, and every one of them gives $100, we will get to halfway, or over $40,000 towards our $80,000 goal. That's a great achievement. But right now our focus is everybody, if you haven't given, please think about it. Get out your checkbook or go online. And here's how you do it. You can contribute online by going to toledorotary.org/donate. Pretty simple. Put the information in, and it's a done deal. Or you can send your check to the Toledo Rotary Club Foundation, made out to also the Toledo Rotary Club Foundation, at P.O. Box 1446, Maumee, Ohio 43537. So, and actually, the donor said that we could have till January 6th. That's in religious circles, that's known as the Day of the Three Wise Men, but we're calling it the Day of the Three Wise Men and Women. Let's get to that level. If you haven't given, please do so today and help us get there. And there'll be a couple emails probably going out, but we have till January 6th to add another roughly 80 additional donors to our list of donors. So grateful for that, and grateful for this wonderful club. And this is the year to really put the pedal to the metal in this space and raise some money for the foundation. Keep doing the things that make a difference in Toledo. The city and the region and our country needs what we do. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mary, and thank you, Chuck. What a fantastic opportunity. Please, please, please help us reach that goal to get that additional donation. And here to tell us about a service project is Kelly Trame, Chair of our Community Services.
To the foundation. I know I need to get mine in this week, so thanks for that. Okay, guys, so community service, we have a project for you. You know, after Christmas, after the holidays and all the presents, we all get all that bulky styrofoam and we don't know what to do with it. We want to fill it up in the landfills. That's bad. We can't do that. We go to take it to regular recycling. There's no place to put it. So community service has teamed up with Adam Cassie, our fellow Rotarian, who also is the executive director of Keep Toledo Lucas County Beautiful. And what we're going to be able to do is we're going to have styrofoam recycling at 6 different sites throughout Metro Toledo from January 6th to the 16th. The times are going to go from 10 till 1, and we need volunteers. We're going to have just 2 volunteer shifts at each of those 6 locations. And that means that we will also need 2 people per volunteer shift. So basically 4 people for each site with 6 locations. You do the math. We need your help to be able to make this happen. Stay tuned. There will be information coming out on our Rotary website with a link to be able to sign up and register for your favorite spot. If you'd like a quick look or sneak peek at the sites that are available, just reach out to me or Adam Cassie. I'll also be getting this out to the rest of the Community Service Committee so they have the quick updates as well. The next spoke will be coming in on December 31st. So the link will also be in there, but this is going to be a quick turnaround. Looking forward to all your help in recycling that styrofoam from the holidays so it doesn't end up in the landfills. Thanks, President Alex.
I even had to wait for Christmas to have styrofoam piling up in my house with all the deliveries from UPS, the Postal Service, FedEx, et cetera, et cetera. So I definitely will have a pile for you. And finally, here to introduce today's program is Rotarian Kevin Mullen, who's worked very hard to put this program together, given the current environment. Kevin?
Before I introduce the program, I do just want to just a quick commercial. As the board liaison to the marketing committee, I want Rotarians to know that we've created a LinkedIn page for Toledo Rotary. So if you are on LinkedIn and you are not connected to Toledo Rotary, you need to be. So just head over to LinkedIn, go over and search for Rotary Club of Toledo, and make sure that you follow us on LinkedIn as well. We know you already follow us on Facebook. You're already on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and everything else that we might find ourselves on. And so we appreciate you following us on LinkedIn as well. So thank you very much for that. I'm very excited about the program, this program today. For years, the tradition here at Toledo Rotary has been to end the year with the celebration of the holidays and the incredible talent of local musicians. This year, we're pleased to be joined by a brass quintet from the University of Toledo in a truly virtual performance. Introducing the student musicians today is Dr. Andrew Rhodes, Assistant Director of Bands at the University of Toledo. Now, I first met Dr. Rhodes on the sidelines of a UT basketball game where he demonstrated nearly as much knowledge, excitement, and passion for the game of basketball as he has for music, though his degrees might disagree with that. Dr. Rhodes serves as Assistant Director of Bands, Director of Athletic Bands, and Instructor of Tuba and Euphonium at the University of Toledo. Prior to his appointment at the University of Toledo, Dr. Rhodes taught in the public schools of Columbus and Memphis, Tennessee, and also performed in multiple casts of the Tony and Emmy Award-winning Broadway show Blast as a tuba player and vocalist. Dr. Rhodes is active throughout the United States as a conductor, tuba player, adjudicator, and clinician. My fellow Rotarians, please join me in welcoming the UT Brass Quintet and Dr. Andrew Rhodes.
Thank you all so much for having us. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Kevin, for thinking of us during this very difficult time for everyone. I won't take up a lot of time. We're just really glad to have the opportunity. And we've got 5 undergraduate students who make up the University of Toledo Brass Quintet. And you won't see me playing. They are all undergraduate brass players of all different years and different areas of study. And so they're going to do most of the talking in terms of introducing the pieces. And while we had initially thought we'd be able to do this sort of live streamed from campus, obviously the conditions have changed in recent weeks for the worse. So, but we were glad to still be able to put this all together. And many, many thanks to Kevin for all of the intricate planning that went into this, and of course to the players themselves. I coach them just periodically throughout the semester. They put in all the hard work and the time on their instruments, and in this case, getting all of the recordings laid down and then spliced together. And they can tell you more about that. And if you have questions about that at some point, feel free. But at this point, I'll hand it over to Gerhard Hofer, who's one of the trumpet players in the quintet.
Thank you, Dr. Rhodes, and thank you, Kevin, as well. Also, thank you all very much for having us here today. We greatly appreciate this opportunity to perform for you all and share our music. This time has been incredibly trying for all of us, and the world of music has been no exception. Under normal circumstances, we'd likely be performing for schools in the area in a similar performance than Q&A format. Even though that couldn't happen this year, we're extremely grateful that we were given this opportunity to still share our music with others.
Tuba Christmas this year was simply not able to happen, but we're anxious to bring it back. It's become such a huge thing. Actually, we sort of outgrew the Great Gallery last year. I think it was making everyone at the Museum of Art very nervous that we were going to crash into a priceless artifact in the Great Gallery last year, which is in some ways a good thing because it meant that, man, we had a lot of people not only playing, but a lot of people in attendance. So we certainly plan to be back next December for certain. It's sort of unfortunate, but it's such a challenge to do anything like that right now. But so if things keep on that track, our rehearsals have always been in the peristyle for Tuba Christmas, and then we could move into the Great Gallery for the show. But the tentative plan is to just do the whole shebang in the peristyle. Gerhard, you want to talk about how long you've been studying and where you're from? We can sort of roll it around if we don't get through everybody before it's back on. We can.
Yeah, I can do that. I've been studying music at the university for about 3 years now. I'll be doing my junior recital this coming semester. But I've been playing trumpet for a bit over a decade at this point. Also, I'm actually from the Dayton-Cincinnati area. The specific city is Springboro, if anybody knows where that's from.
Evan, you want to go next since you've had an opportunity to introduce yourself already?
Certainly. I have been studying music for 5 years now at the University of Toledo. I started school as an engineering student and realized that wasn't my thing. So I have since been studying to be a music teacher. I would hope to teach a band here in the next couple of years. I am playing horn for you on these videos here, but I am a trumpet player. At heart, I've been playing since I was in elementary school. I started playing the horn again. Started playing the horn once I got to college. I've been playing for 2.5, 3 years now. I am from Brunswick, Ohio, which is south of the Cleveland area, if anyone is familiar.
Our next video performance will be of the song The Christmas Song, arranged by Bob Driggs. It was written in 1945 by Robert Wells and Mel Torme, and was mostly known by its common subtitle, Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. The original subtitle was actually Merry Christmas to You. Another fun fact about the song is that it was written in the middle of July on a blistering hot summer day. Hope you enjoy. Next up is a jazzy arrangement of Up on the Housetop, done by Jaya Nandagapan, same person who arranged In the Bleak Midwinter. Up on the Housetop, written in 1864 by Benjamin Hanby, is the second oldest secular Christmas song. Interestingly enough, Benjamin Hanby was born right here in Ohio.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jacob Darr. I am the tuba player for our group. I play heavy metal. I saw a t-shirt and I thought that was funny. But the next song that we have is Santa Baby, and this is an arrangement by Bob Driggs. It was written by Philip Springer and Joan Javis. It was published under a pseudonym, Tony Springer. It was attempted to speed up the song's publishing process. While generally a fairly standard piece today, when it came out, it was extremely controversial. It was banned in several states in the South and has been on many lists of both the best and worst Christmas songs. We hope you enjoy Santa Baby.
I'm Michael Borjas. I'm the trombonist for the group. And our next piece that we'll be playing is Somewhere in My Memory, which was composed by John Williams for the movie Home Alone. It's a good, complete song in its own right, but he ended up using it as a reference for the rest of Home Alone's soundtrack. You can hear the melody in little snippets in other parts of the movie. The full soundtrack was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Score, while the tune Somewhere in My Memory was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Original Song, as well as the Grammy Award for Best Song Written for Visual Media. I hope you enjoy.
Our final piece for you today is Carol the Bells. Though it's generally thought of as a Christmas song in modern times, the original folk song was associated with the coming New Year. The original title, Shedrick, translates to the generous one. The first performance of this song was by students at Kiev University in December of 1916, but it quickly lost popularity after the Soviet Union came to power in the area. Despite this, it was introduced to Western audiences on October 5th of 1921 to a sold-out audience in Carnegie Hall. Over the years, there have been many incredible takes on this piece. This particular arrangement by Reese Blaskowski is based off of Pentatonix's 2014 rendition. We hope you enjoy.
Guys, thank you very much. Incredible, incredible performance. We appreciate you guys being here. I know we've got some questions that I know have come in. And so I want to just take some time and give you guys a chance to answer those. Michael, I'm going straight to you first because the question came in a number of times. How in the world did you guys do this? And I believe you may have been a driving force behind that. So Michael, explain the process of how you took what otherwise would have been a live performance and made it this incredible rendition for us today.
So this process, the end result is what we consider in the YouTube world a multi-track. So what we did was we had each individual part record just the audio first. I have this microphone here that's good for doing that. I recorded all of the parts and put them together and made the audio first to make sure that it was as high quality as it could possibly be. And then each person came in individually to record. I didn't have more than 2 people in the space at once for COVID reasons. So we would get done recording the audio parts, and we record the video parts on the wall that's to my right over there. And we would play the recording we just made so that the parts could play the music in correct time so that when I put the videos together and the audio on top of it, it looks like we're playing it live.
I love how you delivered that like it was simple. You're like, yeah, a piece of cake, right? Easy. Well, thank you very much. So I know some of you folks didn't get a chance to kind of give a little bit about your background, where you're from, how long you've been playing music, and I'm curious what you're studying at the University of Toledo as well. So why don't we just kind of go round table on the folks that haven't had a chance to do that yet, and then we'll field questions from their club. If you have them, again, you can raise your hand through the participant tab. You can type your question into the chat. Or again, you can try and roll the dice and physically raise your hand and hope to God that I can see you. So, all right, so I'll pass it back to you guys. Quintet, those of you that not had a chance to introduce yourselves, when you tell us a little bit about yourselves, where you're from, and what you're studying.
I think it was Michael and I that were last, but I could go first. Let's see. It was where you're from and what we're studying. So I am from Millbury, Ohio. I lived here my whole life. I went to St. Francis, so I think I saw Mr. Sweeney in there. What's up, Mr. Sweeney? He had to put up with me for 4 years. But I've been studying music since about 4th grade. I played trumpet, baritone, tuba most recently. I've only been playing tuba, like physically studying it, for about 1.5 years with Dr. Rhodes. And this summer I just purchased my own instrument. So that was a great thing, great landmark for me. Michael, you up.
All right. So the questions were where you're from, what you're studying. So I've been studying music at the university for the past 3 years. I, like our horn player Evan, started out as an engineering student and then figured out that that was not the path that I wanted to take. I was aiming to be a band director, but then I realized that's not really what I want to do either. So I just very recently changed my major again to reflect, like to eventually become like an instrument repairman, still be able to play if I want to, that sort of thing. Maybe arrange music, such as the arrangements that we played today. I'm from Fremont, Ohio. It's kind of just down Reynolds Road. Route 20 runs right through town. And I've been playing trombone. I got started kind of late. I started playing the trombone in 9th grade in high school. So I had to, learn the trombone, and I was also in marching band at the same time, and I was learning how to read music. I was kind of doing all of that all at the same time, which was fun. But yeah, I think that's about all I got.
Excellent.
And Brad
Michael,
Kroma is the one who's not present. He wasn't able to join us today, but he actually is not a music major. He is an IT major in the College of Engineering. He's a fifth-year student, but he's been heavily involved in UT bands throughout his time at UT.
Attempt to do something that you're not supposed to do on Zoom. This is like rule number one. But these guys did such an incredible job, and I'm so grateful. So I'm going to attempt to unmute everybody so that we can actually give these guys a legitimate round of applause. So I've just asked everybody to unmute themselves. So if you guys want to do that, and so on behalf of all of us at Rotary, thank you guys very much. And with that, we'll pass it back to you, President Alex.
Thank you, gentlemen, for that wonderful and uplifting performance. And thanks again for entertaining us today. It really was awesome. This is our last meeting of 2020. Our next meeting is January 4th, 2021. Our next meeting is January 4th, 2021, with local personality Lou Hofer, Hidden Treasures of Toledo. We do not have any committee meetings today, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. But don't go yet. We cannot finish out the year without having a Chuck's Chuckles.
Letters to Santa, actual letters written by actual children to the actual Santa. Dear Santa, for Christmas, I want a music notebook that I can write down song ideas, beats, and other things. By the way, how old are you? How old is Mrs. Claus? Do you go to the bathroom at people's houses? Do elves work all year or not? Do you have a kid? Also, I want a picture of you and your signature. Love, Devin. Dear Santa, I think you are a fat man and I'm not leaving you any cookies because Mrs. Claus says you are on a diet. You need to stay away from junk food and don't eat too much on your trip around the world. That's why I'm leaving you vegetables this year with ultra skim milk. I hope you lose some weight because with all those toys, I start to feel sorry for Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, and especially Rudolph. Love you. Bye, Jennifer. From Flynn, dear Santa, if you want to grab a beer, feel free to drink them all or just one. P.S. The fridge is near the door. Santa, I want a rainbow unicorn that poops ice cream. P.S. I better get it too. Santa, you better bring me a pony this year or there will be consequences. Dear Santa, even though I know the truth, I'm going to skip that one. Dear Santa, please text my dad. He has the whole list. Love you, XOXOXOXO, Abigail. And finally, dear Santa, I'm sorry for what I did in the past, and thank you for the Christmas letter. I loved it. But what I want for Christmas this year is $53 billion. I love you, Chris. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, fellow Rotarians. President Alex.
Oh, that's beautiful, Chuck. Thank you.
Yep.
Again, happy holidays, everybody. Happy New Year. Have a great rest of the year, and we'll see you next year. We're adjourned.